all I know it was Hashim Amla, and Amla. I know it was Amla, and it's something you can't take away. Especially at that time, he's probably one of the best ODI batters in the game at the moment. So very proud moment.
Welcome back to Life Being the Pitch Season 2. In the first episode of Season 2, we interviewed Paul van Meekeren. He's a national cricketer for the Dutch national cricket team and plays for Somerset County in the UK County Cricket Tournament. In 2019, he was selected for the Global T20 Canada Cricket Tournament, and in July, he was selected for the Amsterdam Kings cricket team in the Euro T20 Slam Cricket Tournament. Today, we talk about how he has to deliver for Uber Eats during the pandemic just to keep his finances up, his cricket journey, and we go head-to-head in an amazing cricket quiz. So stay tuned for the episode. Welcome to the show. Thank you so much for being
the first guest of Season 2.
So how'd you begin your cricket career?
Just following my dad around. He played cricket, so during the winter I followed him around, going from football game to football game when he played, and then in the summer, I followed him doing the cricket stuff. So obviously, when I was younger, I did football and cricket both. And then when I was about 16, 17, I just focused on cricket. Couldn't combine it anymore.
So how did your motivation come for cricket? Was it like through your dad, to idols, or?
It's my dad. I actually wanted to stop playing cricket when I was about 12 years old. I was playing with kids who were about a year, 2 years older than myself. So I think at some stage they got a bit stronger, a bit quicker, and I wasn't enjoying it as much. And then my dad just said, well, just hold on for one more year. And then I got picked for the Dutch under 12 age group and then never really looked back, to be fair.
That's good. And you've gone through the entire setup of playing under 19 national team and then gone to the men's team. How was the entire journey, and like what advice would you give to someone who's trying to do
that? Stick with it. Back yourself. The one thing I can say, and I think a lot of guys will say it, when you get picked for the national team and you play that first game, and it's exciting, but it's only the start of something. It's probably, you're never going to be ready to play at that level. You're gonna find challenges. You're gonna get, as a bowler, you're gonna get whacked. As a batter, you might gonna struggle to score the runs that you've done at age group cricket. But you're there for a reason, and the coaches and the captain, they select you for a reason. So just stick in and keep learning and keep asking the right questions, and just keep backing yourself, and then there will be a moment where it switches, and then you feel comfortable, and then that's where you're really gonna start performing at your best.
So what made you switch from playing back home cricket and going to the UK and playing county cricket?
There's not really a professional setup back home, so there were a few national contracts, about 4 or 5, but I was 23 at that stage, and I was never going to get one. So if I wanted to play professional cricket and make a living out of it, I had to go to the UK. So found a club up in Newcastle. The Scottish captain Carl Coetzer got me over, and within 3 months I was lucky enough to get a contract offer by Somerset, and that's where it all started.
And what advice would you give for a young fast bowler who wants to play county cricket?
There are never enough fast bowlers, so as a fast bowler you always it's a good currency to have. Make sure you're strong, you're fit, work on options, just bowling fast. I think as an associate player mainly, I was always quick, and sometimes I could rush the batters. County cricket is a different kettle of fish. They face Archer, Jordan, all those big fast bowlers that are in the system here. So they're not scared of fast bowling. So it's not just pace that's going to get you there. So you need to have your change up, your slower balls, not just one. You need 2 or 3 slower balls. And I think if you look at the IPL, Yorkers, if you get your Yorkers in, if you look at any international cricket, like someone like Bumrah, if you get your Yorkers in, you will get picked up, so that's definitely some of the stuff I would work on, and that stuff that I'm working on still.
And how do you switch off? Say you have a bad day on the field, you get whacked everywhere. How do you switch off and come back from that?
Good question. I don't know. I sometimes get a bit carried on with it. So sort of the evening after the game, I'm still sort of soaking on it, where some guys just can let go straight away. But normally it's a good night's sleep, and then you get back into training. The stuff that you didn't execute, you just put some extra attention on, and then the next game, it's a fresh start, a new beginning for everyone. So that's where I'm trying to do the same. I back myself what I did in the nets, and then try and execute it in the game.
I think one question every cricketer right now in the UK is asking is, how do you keep yourself busy during the lockdown and focus on your cricket game as well?
Oh yeah, no, I've kept myself busy. There's something probably quite exciting coming out towards the new year with all the Dutch players. I don't want to let go of too much because obviously it's still in the starting period, but that's quite exciting. It's kept me really busy. Other than that, just doing some running every day almost, and some other fitness bits, and otherwise than that, it's just riding it out, do a bit of Netflix and chill, and that's it. That's all you can do. That's it, mate. Just riding it out, and then as soon as the gyms open again and we're allowed to go cricket and train indoors, obviously the winds here in the UK, just get back into cricket and make sure you're ready for whenever the first game is.
Perfect. And then what's your future cricket plan? The next couple of years, where do you see yourself going?
So, we've got obviously a World Cup to play with the Dutch team next year in India, which I think all the Dutch guys are looking forward to. But then the year after, there's a T20 World Cup in Australia. So obviously qualifying for that is massive for the Dutch guys. And then slightly tougher challenge is qualifying for the 2023 World Cup. Playing in this ODI Super League that started recently, playing against the likes of Pakistan, West Indies. Hopefully that if we don't qualify through that system, we're playing some high quality players, which obviously it's a big learning curve. And then when we play the World Cup qualifiers, hopefully we can get to that 50 over World Cup, which has been well for the Dutch team. So hopefully playing the T20 World Cup or the 50 over World Cup in 2023, that would be amazing. And myself, I'm staying in the UK, trying to get another county deal somewhere. But obviously it's been tough with the whole COVID situation. But I'm just grinding it out at the moment, and then I'm sure when their opportunities come, it's about taking them and having a bit of luck.
100%. And then I saw you guys qualify for the T20 World Cup. How was the entire experience getting through and actually making it for I think it's a rare occasion for every association nation making into the World Cup team or World Cup fixture squad. So how was that entire experience?
Yeah, it was my third T20 qualifier, so that wasn't necessarily new for me. But there's always that pressure on qualifying, especially I think as a Dutch team, seeing as one of the favourites in the tournament. But one slip up against any team in 2020 cricket is so dangerous, and you don't qualify. So every game brings so much pressure. Day in, day out, you have to perform at your best. And I think as a Dutch team, we came in good form into the tournament, and we carried it through and won the whole thing, which was an amazing experience. We come to win tournaments, so any tournament we come in, we want to win, and that's what we did obviously last year in Dubai. T20 World Cup is a little bit different, but we're not going to show up and think, we want to win one game and that will be good enough. No, we're gonna we want to get through that group stage for that, or almost pre-qualifier again, and then hopefully upset a few big teams, and you never know how far you can go.
So a recent news outbreak happened where you tweeted back, and it started a whole outrage of retweets and got very viral. Just explain what happened and the whole journey behind it.
It's a pretty simple journey. It's obviously because of everything that's going on, the whole World Cup is postponed, and there's not a lot of coaching or playing opportunities. I mean, not just for myself, but for a lot of cricketers and probably a lot of athletes in different sports who are just waiting for their sport to start up again. And they're looking for different needs to pay their bills. And I'm one of probably thousands of athletes who are in a similar position. So the tweet came out from Cricket Info saying it would have been the T20 World Cup final. I thought I'd send a bit of a light-hearted, funny tweet about, that the Netherlands would have made the final, which obviously maybe is a bit of a discussion point that if we would have made it, but like, you know, we're allowed to dream, I guess.
Yep.
And on the flip side now, instead of being in Australia in 30 degrees weather, I'm in a wet England, you know,
Yep.
doing what I have to do to pay the bills. And it's been great fun, to be fair, quite therapeutic, where it sort of clears my mind when I get in the car, put some Dutch radio on, and sort of I go. And yeah, it sort of got tracked on Twitter, and it got massive, you know. So it's been, I guess, a fun few days, and see how things sort of turn out, and see a few interest from the media as well in India, but also here in the UK and back home in the Netherlands. So, you know, that's good for Dutch cricket, and good for probably associate cricket, just to, you know, talk about cricket in the Netherlands. So yeah, it's been a very good thing, I guess.
And then touching up on the association things, how do you think like associate players, associate nations gonna bounce back from the whole COVID thing and actually get on the right foot?
You know, it's all about playing opportunities. I know we just started the World Cricket League 2, or whatever it's called now, so obviously a lot of associate nations are in there, and they're ODI games, so that's fantastic. And that should get picked up. Obviously, we were supposed to start our Super League, or World Cup Super League campaign against Pakistan this summer. That's been postponed, but obviously there's quite a bit of cricket coming up. There's potentially 2 T20 World Cups and a 50 over World Cup to look forward to, so there's a lot of cricket. So I think it's just a matter of time playing cricket again, and then hopefully everything that's happened now in the last year or so has been forgotten. But yeah, obviously I think everyone in the world, is going to be a financial hit, and associate teams are probably going to have that hit as well. But hopefully, you know, all the local cricket boards see the importance of players and what they do for the board, and you know, and keep supporting the players wherever they can.
100%. And then what kind of message would you give to the athletes around the world who are in the same position as you, and they want some kind of motivation? What kind of words would you say to them?
Well, I think especially for athletes who are on international status, or like professional in whatever sport, it's like, use your network. You know, use the time to sort of go and figure out what you like. Obviously, so I know your sport is number one, but obviously every athletes know there are not many sports where you can play professional sports, or sports on a high level, till about your mid-30s. So there's going to be an whole second career after it. So, you know, go out, use your network, which is, as an athlete, you know, is going to be very strong, and you meet hopefully the right people. So, you know, don't be shy in sending out messages and asking questions, and do it. I've spoken to BBC Somerset. I'm going to hopefully do a bit of radio work in the next few weeks, because I've been quite interested in that. So, you know, just get through your phone book, through your contacts, and send out messages to people you know, and you know, you know, it looks like for me something nice is popping up maybe at the moment, which is going to be potentially something exciting, and you know, hopefully that's something, you know, one of the good things that social media can do, I guess.
Perfect. And then, so now we're going to do a rapid fire round. I'm going to set up 60 seconds timer on my phone. I'm just going to rapid fire ask you questions.
All right.
Ready? Who's your funniest teammate?
Oh, that's good. Van Meekeren.
Okay.
I don't know.
What's your most iconic memory in the field?
Probably playing against Pakistan. My Somerset debut was one of them, but yeah, there've been a few.
Who's your best roommate?
Vivian Kingma.
Okay. Who's one person you hate bowling to or hate facing the nets?
I'm gonna say Van Meekeren again. He just hits them in weird places.
And then one batsman you love bowling to?
Brendan Glover.
Okay. And if you weren't playing cricket, what would you do?
Good question. Don't know. Probably join the police or something.
Well, what's your first memory out on the field?
Actually, it was probably more on the side of the field. In my wife watching the first team play back home, like a club game after one of my youth games.
And then that's it. We got 1 minute done. It's perfect.
Terrible answers though.
They're all good. They're all good. And now we'll just do a quick, I have a couple of questions about your stats. Let's see how many you got right. Okay.
All right.
So on your ODI debut, what were your figures?
It was one for probably 70 odds.
A bit lower.
A bit lower. One for 64.
54.
54.
Yeah.
That's not too bad.
That's not bad, exactly.
I'll tell you.
And then
It was
what's
my
your...
ODI debut.
Sorry?
That was my ODI debut.
Yeah, you were 7 overs, 54 for 1.
7 overs.
7 overs.
There we go.
Yeah. So what's your...
Yeah, that makes sense now. I know. I remember my wickets.
Yeah. Do you want to go through your wicket? Do you remember who it was?
Nah, all I know it was Hashim Amla, and there was someone, I don't know who did it, wrote a beautiful piece about the wickets, but yeah, Amla, I know it was Amla, and it's something you can't take away, especially at that time. He's probably one of the best ODI batters in the game at the moment, so yeah, very proud moment.
And then how many wickets did you take in your last ODI match?
Oi. It was against Nepal, I think.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, it was.
0.
You took 2.
2, alright.
You want to guess?
Yeah, no. We lost that game, so trying to forget about it.
Yeah. And then what's your highest score in first class cricket?
33?
34.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then what's your economy in T20I cricket?
6.6.
Close, 6.65. It's very close.
Yeah.
Perfect. And that's it. And then I guess that's all the questions I have for you. Thank you so much for being part of the episode. I guess that's it.
Thanks for having me. All the best.
Thank you.
Hopefully see you in Dubai maybe one day.
Hopefully, yeah.